What's up with y'all, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook? Hey, look, y'all. We are out here on the porch. Want to drop the little intro, and I want to go in, and I really want to talk about something. I'm taking a break from my activity um, of the day, which is I've been washing, cleaning up the bedroom, and I'm starting on my office here in a little bit. So I'm taking a break. It's already 9:30. Look, I've been up since dark 30 because my daughter has to go to school earlier now. But hey, you're getting ready to set up here and just have a little talk with Tommy, okay? At least I thought that's what you were getting ready to do. Let me hide this and see what happens. Okay, I didn't put the video clip. I played something different. So it's been a while getting it right. So here we go. You're talking with Tommy. Here we go. Such a perfect gentleman. Hey, y'all. What's up? Good morning to everybody, man. It's still early, man. I feel like I've been up for like 4 hours. Um, I just had a revelation yesterday, man. This is what, I really enjoy doing what I'm doing. But you have to put priority on it and enjoy some of the other things that you don't like doing. Like, I had some conversation. It's tobacco, y'all. I'm smoking a Satori. Uh, and my wife had a trip, went to Dallas, got me a box of those. So, um, had some real revelations. And it's not for, it's nothing. Trust me, my life is great. It is. To be honest with you, as far as life can go, I mean, you have your issues and you do those things, but as far as the lifestyle that I live, it's a blessing every day to have any issues, to have any problems, and to live the lifestyle I live. But today's conversation is about being a man. In today's society, and especially being a black man, in today's society, it's very difficult to be a man. There's so many burdens placed on you to the point where you really don't want to talk about them. You don't want to converse. You don't want to be doing whatever. And I don't know what that does or how that makes you draw in or say or do whatever. But like I said, I'm in the house and I'm cleaning. I've been washing since this morning, ever since I got up, getting the clothes up out of the little crooks and crannies of the bedroom, getting ready to do all kind of stuff in there. But it took me a while to get to that. You know what I mean? Uh, but what I'm saying is sometimes you can be focused on the wrong things as a man. And for you men out there, I'm telling you to have to in love. I'm telling you to have the conversations that you need to have. It's okay, man. Hey, it's a burden sometimes to to carry the weight of being the man. If you're going to be a man, if you're going to be a man that's going to take care of your family, take care of your kid, provide a lifestyle for them, do all of those type of things. It's tough, man, and it is a tough thing because I finally got somebody that I believe honestly wants to help, be a part of, do things. But as a man, sometimes when you're going through stuff, you um, are so. I've been a man that's always taken care of my household. I've always done it. There was no ands or buts, maybes about it. Um, Pay the bills, do whatever, and not worry about the other part. But it's been times that when you go through that and you see that to ability to uh, run through that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this video is froze up or what have you, but I'm gonna figure it out and get us back popping because it seemed like that we are. Let's see if I can get it back running. Okay, there it goes. Phone call came in and froze up the video. But men, man, I'm telling you to have conversations, man. Don't be so prideful in what you got going on that you cannot have a meaningful, loving conversation with the people around you to let them know how you feel. Because hell, they definitely are feeling some kind of way because they feel the pressure that you have on you. And even though you don't think you're displaying it out or doing whatever, it is coming out because you're not talking about the things that you're experiencing. You're just acting out on it, which may make you become a person that you're not able to see, which may make you become something that you may not understand. But as a man in today's society, with all of the pressures, if you and what I'm saying is like that, when I say a man, I'm just not talking about somebody that you are actual man. That's your gender. I'm talking about you are a man of your household, that you are trying to take care of your household, that you are trying to be a provider, that you are trying to be that source of strength, that you are trying to do all of that. And you being that type of man, you may be missing some things because you're so concentrated on trying to take care of things around you that you don't express the fear. You don't express the how am I going to take care of this or how am I going to get this done. It just you just get frustrated because you're in this cycle of just doing whatever. But that's not good, man. I'm coming on here because I want to share this with everybody, and I want all men to have a better understanding of this so that they can respect their families, so they can go and do the things they need to do in love with their wives and girlfriends and significant others, those type of things, man. Because you need to do that. You need to be able to express your feelings. Uh, I've experienced a few things that are a little bit different being a man this go round, where uh, uh, you have to talk a little bit more. You have to be able to express your feelings. You can't be, man. I'm telling you, it's been times when I've been trying to hold my family down that it's just it's stressful, man. You want to do things, but you can't do them because, oh no, well, let me say you can't do them. You put yourself in a mindset that I got to take care of this. This is coming up or this coming up, and you don't relate or put things out there like you should. You know what I mean? You just run like a rabid dog trying to get your bills paid, trying to make sure all of this is taken care of, trying to make sure that this is done. And you're doing that kind of stuff, and um it just keeps compounding, man. You know what I'm saying? It really does. It just keeps compounding. So you don't find that balance, and you don't find a way to be able to balance all of that. Well, you need to as a man. You really do. Like I'll take my for instance for myself at some point in times in my life when I was uh, being a man, taking care of my kids, taking care of my family. Uh, at some point in times when you're working and you paying your bills, you're doing whatever, you know, you want to take family vacations, you want to do whatever, but sometimes you just can't see it. That family vacation have to be a weekend at a hotel or doing something like that because you are trying to play out what could happen or what's going to happen. It's never a let it figure out thing. Not as far as me, I'm concerned. It's never a let's figure it out type thing. It's always I'm playing those things out in my mind as I go through my month or I do what I'm doing to be able to provide whatever lifestyle. My lifestyle is good. It is truly blessed. I say that but in the humblest way, and humblest means that I know how that I say that. So But what I'm saying is, being a man and dealing with all of that, you have to come back and try to support your family emotionally as well as financially. And sometimes those two just don't jive together where you're able to do that. And it's not that you're not able to do it, you have to learn how to do it in a productive manner that makes sure everybody's priorities, concerns, and love is met. So you have to do those type of things. You know, you can't be that stern person that oh, we gotta do we do. No, you can't because those people around you have needs. They have things that you have to do. But if you're gonna be a man of that type of man, and you're gonna do those things, because I'm gonna be that type of man. I'm gonna be that type of man that's gonna support my family wholeheartedly, all of them. If they need to do something, if they want to do something, I'm going to try to pour into that and do that. Uh, One of the things that my cousin told me when I talked to him was that sometimes you have to be a little bit selfish and create atmospheric things for yourself as well and for those around you in love. You know what I mean? So, uh, and you really have to take accountability for yourself. So you have to take accountability. When you can start taking accountability for yourself and see your own flaws in everything that you do and how you don't do it, man, that's growth, man. I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny. As a man, you need to find that. Because you just pay the bills ain't enough. You got to be emotionally and emotionally supportive. You got to be protected to make them feel protected. You've got to do all of those things, and it's difficult when you out here grinding to get the lifestyle that you have. Get it? Don't get it. I've ground. Been in places that some places people don't want to go to, don't want to see, don't want to have done, and had those type of activities where you don't want to do in order to be able to get to where I sit right now. Uh, you know, even got a dog, little dog that's running around here that's happy and doing whatever. But at the same time, I have to take care of that dog. Like something just happened to her the other day, and now I'm out here every 2 or 3 hours putting the ointment cream on her neck and on her head or something bitter or something's going on, and I'm taking care of her. I've raised dogs, so I'm comfortable with what I'm doing with her to make sure that she's okay. Um, Looking through the videos to see what happened, but during those times, it's those kind of things, man. And then you have to get up in the daytime. Like for me, I can't speak for anybody else. Like for the last 4 years where I've had my daughter by myself, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man. Minus the every other weekend and the 2 weeks in the summer. And the dealing with whatever you have to deal with in between. Plus trying to take care of your current family and doing, man, it's been a current girlfriend or whatever situation you was in that you had to deal with all of that. And man, can it become overwhelming? Yes, it can, man. It can become overwhelming, but that's why you have to have the courage. You have to have the courage to let people know how you're feeling. Sometimes they're not gonna understand, and that's okay for that to be happening. It's okay, but you're able to get it off your chest and say a sounding board and be whatever you need to be. Uh, what may not be a priority for you may be a priority for somebody else. And when that priority arises and makes itself up, you have to be able to do all of that. You have to make sure that you are protecting those around you, not only just taking care of being a man and taking care of that, but you have to emotionally be there for them, and you have to protect them in a manner that is uh, conducive to them. That's what I'm trying to say. That is conducive to them. And It's nothing wrong with you growing into that. It's nothing wrong with you stepping into something brand new because it might be something that you might not have done. It might have been something that you didn't get as a kid. It might have been something that you didn't get as an adult and previous things. But that's why we all brothers out here talking to one another, popping these cigars, smoking a cigar, doing whatever you're doing. Nobody has a problem with you doing this or doing anything that you do, as long as you making sure the priorities are met for your household, whatever that may be. I don't know what it's going to be or how it's going to be. I'm just talking as a man. You have to figure all of this out. Um, and you have to give people the space to be who they are. You have to do that and love hard, man. I'm just going to tell you guys to love hard and try to be uh, emotionally supportive and protective. You know, people go through stuff every day. But with the prayer, like I was going through something that was in my mind, and I went to church. And when I sat in the middle of the church, all the messages that this man was talking about was pointed toward me, pointed at me, making me feel like, yeah, this is it. This is what I've been missing. So when you feel like you can't talk, when you feel like you're not being heard, it can make you angry. It can make you sad. It can make you feel alone. But don't do that to yourselves. Don't do that to yourself because happiness is important for everybody. Everybody should be happy in what they're in and be mindful. And I will say this to you: be mindful of what you say and how you say it. Not saying that you should not be cognitive and be able to speak or do all those things because you need to speak your mind. You need to tell somebody how you're feeling. You need to work through whatever you need to work through, but you also have to be cognitive of what you say and how you say it because it can affect somebody in a way that's not good, man. So do that, and because love, love will make you work through whatever it is that you have to, and and you have to have love. Because in my past, I know what I've been like. I know that I've been a person to be like, but I'm not there anymore. I'm in a place where I have grown. I'm in a place where I have challenged myself as a man to be a better dad, to be a better father, to be a better husband, to be a better friend, to be all of those things. I've challenged myself, so I have to ask myself questions. I have to give myself time to process and think about what it is. Brothers, we are out here in this fight, and I want to help everybody that I can help get through life as I'm trying to get through life. The experiences are tough. The conversations are tough. You have to have the ability to be able to have a tough conversation, work through something, accept your faults, see your faults. You can't make somebody else see whatever it is that they're doing. You can't you can't do that. You can't do that. So don't try to do it. Don't put yourself in a situation like that to where you putting yourself out there like that trying to make somebody do something that they don't want to do. You have to take a hold of yourself, be responsible for yourself, and be responsible for your actions as a man. You have to be responsible for them. Yeah, if you can't take accountability for yourself, you can't take accountability for a family. You know what I'm saying? You might be doing something right. I mean, you might be, doing whatever. But it wasn't until I became uh, confronted with a life changing decision that I had to make. And when I made that life changing decision, I had to stick to that decision because I put myself in a where it couldn't be reversed. Once I done that, one of the most difficult situations that I've ever put myself in, as far as living life and doing those type of things. Uh, but what I realized after I made that decision to do that with the life changing decision is that I put myself in a place where I could have had instant gratification. I could have been able to do all the things and do this and do that, and possibly would have been okay with no ands, ifs, and buts about it. But I also ran the risk of possibly messing up that life changing situation. So it was the negative that overtook the positive. So, but now that I've made it, I am very comfortable with it. I am very comfortable with the decisions that I made. I am very comfortable because at that point in time, it was just me. And but now that I've gained my extended family that I have right now, I probably could have used some of that life changing decision to make some difference. But what I've understood is that I've had to struggle through some things as a man to get some things done, to work some things out, and all of that stuff like that. But what that did for me and what it's doing for me now is making me grow. I didn't want to face what I was feeling on the inside because of that. You know, I did. Look, I'm going through to tell men or what have you to go through I went through a 4 year divorce, 4 years. Been in court over 30 plus times. And that was in the past. But what it done, it built me in a certain way to have a protective cover, protective thought pattern, protective this. Ended up with my daughter. I'm raising a four. At that time, she is 11 now. So at the time, she was 4 or 5. I don't know what it is, but it was 4 or 5 because we started this process. Let's see. No, she was 6 or 7. Right. Yeah. 6 or 7. 6 or 7 years old. Through that process of being able to have to be her dad, take care of my responsibilities as a significant other, living life and doing the different things like that, made some mistakes along the way, but I wasn't realizing the entities that I had in my head and how I had put myself through so many things to be able to just focus on uh, focusing on life. I wasn't focusing on personal. You know what I'm saying? So me as a man, I feel like when people talk about therapy and all that stuff like that, I feel like everybody should have a therapist. I feel like everybody should go to therapy. I feel like that you should be able to have a safe place where you can talk. But even in there, honestly, I wasn't really telling my true feelings because I had days where I felt certain things and felt certain ways and was really too embarrassed as a man to try to say anything about it. But what I've come to find out is that that does you no good. So I was talking to one of my boys the other day. He said, "Well, you've been reading some kind of stuff." And, "Oh man, I've just been living life." And as you live life, you are going to learn and understand that you have pointed ways that you have to be able to help yourself move to the next level. You've got to care enough to move yourself to the next level. You've got to care enough to move your family to the next level. You can't become focused and selfish on one entity and one part of your life that's not going to allow you to move forward. Brothers, men that are out there, I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, I am telling you, To have conversations, man. That doesn't mean that you're not handling your business. That doesn't mean that you're not doing whatever that you have vulnerabilities or doing whatever. Man, listen, if you feeling some kind of way, please express that to somebody. Let them express how they feeling to you. Let your vulnerabilities known that you have pain, that you are scared, that you don't know how you're going to get through this or make this happen or do whatever it is that's happening. Instead of having a facial expression or what you call it that is okay. I can't do that anymore. I don't want to do that. I don't want to live my life like that no more. Don't make sure you're doing that so you can find a little bit of peace within yourself, a little bit of peace for your family, because it would be for everybody better for everybody around if you do that. Because it makes for a better thing. Now that I'm doing that, my daughter's spending so much more time uh, around her dad, loving on her dad, uh, having the deepest of conversations. And I learned I need to do that all around my life to be able to say that. You don't ever want to let them know that your pain, the things you're struggling through, all those things like that, because you don't want to put burdens on them to make them feel like that they can't come to you and ask you or talk to you or do whatever. But that's exactly what you're doing when you're not communicating, because you're not allowing them to come to you to add on to whatever it is that you're going through and all that stuff, because you'll begin to ask yourself questions. Why can't they see this, or why can't they do this, or what? It's not their responsibility to read your mind. It's not their responsibility to try to go through and set up with you and try to figure. No, that's not their responsibility. It's your responsibility as a man to be able to uh, communicate in a manner that's conducive for your whole family in every way, and to be able to talk to your wife, where your relationship will be a loving relationship, a relationship of love, one that works, where you're able to work through things, where you're able to see through things, where you're able to conquer things together instead of trying to conquer things by yourself, man. Because you can feel a certain way about a certain thing and let it overshadow what you really got in front of you. And you cannot do that. Don't do that. I'm telling y'all not to do that. Don't do that. Gain the power, man. Gain the strength to be able to step out, do that thing, and make life worth living, man. An enjoyable part of it, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to do that, man. You have to be able to do that. So, as a man, I'm coming on here with a public service announcement for all men. Be better, man. I consider myself to be a good man, but I can be a better man. I can be a better father. I can be a better husband. I can be a better everything, because communication is the key. You're not alone out there if you ever need to talk. And I'm saying this personally right on here because I'm going to start doing this every chance I get. As long as my priorities are in order, I'm going to make sure my priorities are taken care of throughout the day. But I'm going to come on here in the morning, and because I get up so early that I have to take a break before I get started on my day. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to start having these conversations, man. And hey, please come on here. Please come on and talk to me. Please come on. Let's have a conversation, man. I would love to have it with you. Because I'm gonna start having conversations with my family, my kids, my daughters, my sons, my everything. Because it just sometimes it's tiring, man. But what I'm gonna continue to do is hold it down for my family and be the man that I need to be for them, not the one that I feel that I need to be, but the one that I truly need to be for them. And you know what that takes? That takes growth in order for you to be able to do that. And I'm not putting that on anybody else. I'm taking it as a personal challenge to myself to be able to do that, to be able to walk through life and communicate even though it's embarrassing sometimes, man. Sometimes it's situations you put yourself in that you don't want to talk about because you think you can get through it or do it. But don't do that by yourself, man, because you don't have to. Because you have people around you that love you. Your kids love you. Your wives love you. Your girlfriends love you. Your significant others love you. They love you and want to be there to help in any kind of way that they can. But also, you have to help and be a part of it. Don't make them feel alone. Don't make them feel ostracized. Don't make them feel like none of that. You know what I'm saying? Just be a better you. Be a better version of you. And that's why I'm coming on here having this conversation. This is what I do to clear my soul. And I haven't done it in quite some time, but I'm on here and I'm trying to tell you this is what makes me feel good. I was feeling good. I was feeling great. I was doing my things. But this is what I'm saying. And I'm not talking about anything personal or anything like that. I'm just talking about me as a man and some of the things that I have experienced in my life over my 53-year life that I have had challenges and difficulties dealing with. How to express myself, how to get my family to understand where I'm at, how I'm processing things, how I'm doing it. And I'm trying to realize just now at 53, guys, that the way I'm doing this can affect other people. And when you realize that, it's up to you as a man to be able to change, to be able to make things happen, to be able to get things done. So I'm gonna get off of this little tangent that I've been on about being a man. Be the best man you can be. Be the best person you can be. And then I'm gonna get off of here and kill this one. And but I'm gonna come back on one about sponsoring some kids here shortly. And then I gotta get off of here because then I gotta get back to my priorities. You know what I'm saying? Getting in here, getting some things done. And I'm doing it for myself because um, I think it's good for me. I think it's good to, yeah, I think it's just good. It's overall good. I appreciate everyone out there that has played a part in my life. Uh, the significant conversations that I've had. Thank you for making me better. Thank you for spending the time with me and just listening to me. For the people that I seen popping in and out, you may have put some comments, and this wasn't one of those things where I wanted to talk back. I was just dropping some signs, some knowledge, and asking that we all work together to become bigger, better uh, at what we do. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you get back to your day because I got to get back to mine. There's no ands, ifs, and buts about that. But I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.